Yes, now people of the nation. This generation rules the nation. We're listening to Sigh for the very first time on KOTP TV. Scarlet Dream is the title of this one. Now, this is either going to make it or break it because Corpse Cry, Angel Fall, track number 1, came with the riffs. And if we're going to start going airy-fairy and doing the stuttery-buttery, doomy-droney stuff, if it's good, it's good, don't get me wrong. But you can't give me heavy metal and then deduct the heavy metal. I can't accept that. So, shall we see where we go from here? This one's Scarlet Dream. Let's flip and go. Come on now. And a grooving on this one, huh? Come on. You know, the vocals, they're a little bit of like, well, they're grim, you know. You're going to get so many heads doing vocals like this. But they sound like, initially I was going to think Joel Grind from Toxic Holocaust, but I'm kind of thinking, does it sound a little like whomever is in Skeleton Witch? Like the Skeleton Witch vocals. Is that the act I'm thinking of? A little bit of harmonic minor there on the guitar. These guys are riffing like Ghost on this one. Come on. Let's go. I am the sun, I am the moon. What's that backing vocal saying though? I'm surprised this band isn't getting the views though. 2001? Someone did a video, Metal Trenches, Sigh albums ranked best to worst before Hangman's Hymn. Alright, I don't know why we're highlighting that. 2001? Century Media Records? I thought this was like a more recent act. This sounds like a more modern band. Come on. Have we actually got a member of the band who's percussive as opposed to a drummer? Have we actually got that? Hey! These dudes are sick, man. What the hell is going on? Do you know what it is? That bridge section where they went experimental, don't get me wrong, I don't really care about overtly like experimental, we can float between genres sort of stuff. I don't actually like that sort of stuff because it rids of the identity of the band, you know? I don't like bands when they spread themselves too thin. But with that being said, when you've got such a, we got heavy metal bits, we got, of course, outside elements in the general sound. We got great riffage. We got a grim vocal. It's definitely a metal act with an understanding of metal. But to hear them incorporate that more reggae-esque, ska-esque, offbeat element. If this was a band that, as of so far, I've only heard limited material, we've only just finished track 2, but if this was a band that just sort of incorporated a bit of metal into their music through whichever means, I'd be like, all right, whatever, like, what is this band? But you can tell these dudes are metalheads, or at least so many of them are metalheads, because there's a very real metal sound. And I'm surprised that this was part in 2001, if it was, because it sounds like a 2010s onwards band. It sounds like a metal band that's sort of breaking the mold of what it is to be a metal band, and finding a more modernized way of doing so. Obviously, you've got, the experimental bands of the 90s and so forth. I'm not saying that they're breaking the mold in a overtly eccentric way, but the sound as a whole sounds ahead of its time. This is cool. I actually sent my mate a message, believe it or not, Metalhead. I said, Sigh is sick. Because I'm gassed already. And he responded, yeah, mental. And this guy isn't going to lie to me about his opinion when it comes to metal. You know what I mean? And he said, yeah, mental. So I don't know what he's heard of this band, but as of so far, this has been half decent. Let's continue on. We got track number 3 coming up next. Nietzschean Conspiracy, yeah?